Hi, today is August 27th, 2025, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 1327 for the year, Orgies on East 36th Street. All this talk of paintings over the past few weeks has finally gotten me to do some goddamn painting of my own again. As I was painting one of them, my thoughts returned to Joan Mitchell's Evenings on 73rd Street, so I decided to call it Orgies on East 36th Street. I think the painting will be good for the cover of my next book, which is due out this Sunday, and I think the title, Orgies on East 36th Street, will be an excellent title for that book. Poem number 1328, Provocative Titles. Richard Pousette-Dart said, "Real painting is untitled and unsigned," and actually, Orgies on East 36th Street is the first title I have ever given to any of my paintings, and it's a joke, although it now occurs to me that it would be fun to give all my paintings provocative titles. I mean, Tracey Emin does it, although when Tracey Emin entitled a work Everyone I Have Ever Slept With, the work included the names of everyone she had ever slept with, whereas I have never had an orgy here on East 36th Street. An orgy sounds provocative, but it doesn't sound appealing, or at least not to me. Poem number 1329, Further Orgiastic Considerations. I'm not saying there have never been any orgies on East 36th Street. I'm saying I've never been invited to one, and I probably never will, and I will never organize one myself. It's kind of an odd way to put it. I wouldn't think one would organize an orgy beyond naming the time and the place and maybe ordering supplies and refreshments. But one defining characteristic of orgies is their lack of organization. The very word evokes a free-for-all, chaotic, riotous, willy-nilly activity. I like a little chaos as much as the next person, but I can't imagine myself having a good time at an orgy. I suppose it would be misleading for me to call this book of poems I'm writing Orgies on East 36th Street, but I still want to do it. Perhaps I'll add some disclaimers. Warning, this book contains no actual descriptions of any actual orgies. That ought to avoid any confusion or disappointment. And the last poem of the day, poem number 1330, Space. She could sense that he needed space, so she tried to give him all the space he needed. She gave him all the space that she could manage, that she could muster. And he floated away out of inner space into outer space, and she spent weeks wondering if she had given him not enough space or too much. And the last poem of the day, poem number 1331, The Two Persons. "You certainly know your way around a vagina," the person with the vagina said. "I admit I was initially skeptical, but I'm glad I gave you a shot." "Thank you," said the person with the penis. "I have devoted a lot of time to patient study, and it pleases me to be told that my hard work has borne fruit." "It certainly has," the vagina-ed person said. "Your hard work has paid off handsomely." One would think a story like this would write itself, and perhaps it would if I would let it, but I'm going to put a stop to it right now before it gets out of hand, and just say the two persons conversed well into the night, and leave it at that, at least for now. All right, that's it. Thank you. I appreciate you.